What's up, tennis fans? I'm Lauren Lynch, and this is Tennis Now, your source for the latest tennis news now. The U.S. Open ended Monday, but newly crowned U.S. Open champ Rafael Nadal continues to rack up titles. Nadal, who captured his first U.S. Open crown to complete the career Grand Slam, has secured the year #1 ranking for the second time in 3 years. The 24-year-old Spaniard is the 9th player in the history of the South African Airways ATP rankings to finish as ATP World Tour champion at least twice. It has been an incredible season, one of my best ever, if not the best, said Nadal, the first man since Aussie Rod Laver in 1969 to win the French, Wimbledon, and US Open in succession. So how did Rafa and Team Nadal celebrate his US Open win? Nadal took time out after Monday night's victory to personally thank every USTA member on the site for running the tournament, and took the mandatory drug test and stayed at the National Tennis Center until about 1 a.m. conducting interviews with Spanish television. The 9-time Grand Slam champion only got about 3 hours of sleep before appearing on the Today Show and then heading to Times Square with his family and management team for a photo shoot across the street from the Hard Rock Cafe. Tourists and fans, seeing the swarm of photographers waiting and blue police barricades set up in Times Square, knew something was about to happen and began to crowd the area cheering for Nadal as he emerged from a car. Afterward, it was on to Nike Town, where John McEnroe conducted a Q&A with Rafa before an enthusiastic group of fans. "How are you so damn humble?" asked McEnroe. A grinning Nadal replied, "That's the only thing I can do. There are people out there every day waiting for a photo. That's the normal thing to do. That's my opinion." An unconvinced McEnroe shot back, "I tell them to get a life sometimes," prompting laughter from both the crowd and Nadal. While Nadal returned home to celebrate in Mallorca, Novak Djokovic flew back home to Belgrade, planning to play in Serbia's Davis Cup semifinal against Czech Republic. But Djokovic got sick on the trip home, came down with gastroenteritis, and withdrew from today's opening Davis Cup match against Roddick Stepanek. In Djokovic's absence, teammate Viktor Troicki stepped in and fell in 4 sets to Stepanek. Thomas Berdych is scheduled to play Janko Tipsarevic in the second match and could stake the Czech Republic to take a commanding 2-0 lead in the best-of-5 match semifinal. Serbia is bidding for its first trip to the Davis Cup final, while the Czech Republic is playing for a second straight trip to the final. The winner of this semifinal will play either France or Argentina in the Davis Cup final in December. Michael Yodra gave France a 1-0 lead with a 4-set win over Juan Monaco. David Nalbandian plays Gael Monfils in the second straight match. Meanwhile, in Bogota, the USA is trying to combat the 8,626 altitude with a positive attitude on the red clay. Marty Fish and Alejandro Falla are currently deadlocked at 1 set apiece. Sam Querrey will play Santiago Giraldo in today's second singles. John Isner and Ryan Harrison, making his Davis Cup debut, are scheduled to play for the USA on Saturday. In his final tie as U.S. captain, Patrick McEnroe opted to leave U.S. champions Bob and Mike Bryan off the team, citing the high altitude as a reason to pick 4 singles players. Will McEnroe's gamble pay off? Stay tuned. Andy Roddick is married to Sports Illustrated cover girl and supermodel Brooklyn Decker. So Andy has no time, rhyme, or reason to fantasize about other women, right? Wrong. Brooklyn says her famous husband has a crush on a pair of 40-something celebs. Andy definitely has crushes. He loves women in their 40s and 50s, Decker tells Page 6 magazine. He loves Christy Brinkley and Diane Lane, a woman who's graceful and has it all together. So not me. So, how do highly successful professionals and global travelers Andy and Brooklyn keep their marriage going strong? Their ability to play and laugh together is what keeps the magic in their marriage, says Decker, who has dress-up sessions with their couple's dogs, Billie Jean, in outfits ranging from Mrs. Claus to UNC cheerleader uniform in an effort to embarrass her husband. "That's why I do it, because he hates it," she says. "It's hilarious. I think the key to a happy marriage is laughing together. It's kind of gross, but I'm pretty sure my parents still make out. They're gonna kill me for saying that. But my dad comes home from work and grabs my mom's butt. It's really sweet. When you're happy and laughing, that's the key." Well, that wraps us up for today, tennis fans. If you want to hear more from Nadal and McEnroe's interview at Nike Town, you can listen to it on the Tennis Now podcast. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter and subscribe to the Tennis Now YouTube channel. I'm Lauren Lynch and this is Tennis Now. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the Davis Cup.